Assassin's Creed Shadows is just, it's just the perfect for this reason, for many different reasons, because there are so many controversies, so many problems, with that game, that, yeah, we could talk about hours with that. And now, today, I thought that I'm going to talk a little about a quest line, an optional quest, that you can raid the Emperor's Tomb in this game. Now, if you know anything about Japanese culture, and sadly it seems that Ubisoft is not really aware of anything. Now, but if you're aware of anything in Japanese culture, you know that the Japanese emperor and, the entire family is just respected. Basically, the respect that they get is equivalent what we give to Jesus. So yeah, it's just think about their emperor as the same level as some other culture might think about their god. And it's not an over-aggregation. In Japanese culture, the emperor and the royal family is just have the highest amount of respect, the highest amount of everything. So raiding the Emperor's Tomb, yeah, is one thing you should never ever do. So, I mean, and this just shows that first, the developers did not really know anything about Japanese culture, which is in itself is not necessarily a problem. But if you spend millions of dollars to develop a game, at least have competent consultants who are going to tell you what to know about this culture, what is allowed to do, what is not. That. Because otherwise you are going to have the exact situation that Ubisoft found themselves in. Because, if you know that, what I just told you, that the Emperor is highly respected and, you should never even think about, defiling their tomb, then you are going to immediately know that this is a bad idea. But still, you could incorporate in the game some form of quest line, some form of things where you actually go into the Emperor's Tomb if you really, really want to do that. But, if you have a little bit of creativity, you can find a way to do so. For example, that, some bandit band is trying to steal, ancient treasures from the Emperor's Tomb, and you are, uncovering this plot, and you are, trying to find the main bad guys behind this plot, and even assassinate them and such. It's an Assassin's Creed game. So you could have an entire quest line where the climax actually is that you actually stop the criminals to defile the tomb of the Emperor. And for your work, you might even have a reward from the royal family if you really want to go that far. But again, so if you want something like that, you can incorporate it in the game in an authentic way. It can be done if you have creativity and if you respect the culture you are touching on. But we do know for a fact that Ubisoft did not do that. They just, did the generic thing, which in many Assassin's Creed games, they are just, some level of tomb raiding is always was there. But again, you have to know the culture. You have to know if that specific tomb raiding is appropriate to do, if it's offensive for someone or not. And if it is, you should change your plot accordingly. Still, you still can have some form of tomb raiding, but now you have to be the protector. Otherwise, you are just a villain. And in this game, you shouldn't be the villain. But whatever. Ubisoft did go into the wrong direction here.